Hey everyone, it's DK Haku on Cuddlewaffle at Draenor EU. I've been asking people around on the forums and MMA Champs, Altered Time, Blizzard forums and stuff, even in my guild, about how to increase my DPS a little bit because, as you can see, 846 item level, um, 55% crit, 9% haste. I know I'm well above the breakpoint, which is about 1800. So, but not really getting any gear drops to replace that with, and I know my mastery is low. Um, so, a couple things to note that okay, I only have like 14,000 gold. Yeah. So I'm missing the hidden saber enchant and I'm using the cheap gems. I don't have anything on my shoulders. I don't know if I can. Um, Cloak, I've got the cheap enchantment, I've got old water gem in there. I do have enchants on the rings, they're just cheap stuff as well. Um, that trinket, I'm working on the Devil Sword trinket. The quest hasn't yet rewarded the Devil Sword Shock Baton, so I'm still waiting on that. As for Fellow Melon, my artifact weapon, here's my path. I went, you can see where I've gone. Got 850 for that, which I want to get out of there as soon as possible because the modifier is really low. What I'm looking for is maybe something like, where is it now? The Pyroclasmic Paranoia, a relic to just boost that. That's fine, and that's the Fire at Will, yeah. And then there's that which, oh no, that's the Fire at Will, and then, yeah, that's Great Balls of Fire for increased fireball damage. Okay, so there's the gear. I'm using Conflagration. Pyromaniac kind of goofs me up a lot, and I don't find it procs very often, if at all. Especially, it very seldom ever procs during like combustion phases, so I don't tend to use it. And I know Unstable Magic is best for a single target, but the difference is very minor compared to what I do with it. I'm actually going to take it now because, according to my SCADA here that you can see, it's that's sort of what I did on one of these target dummies earlier. It went up to about 202k DPS at like 80 million damage or something. So my ignites and stuff after I stopped DPSing did about 5 million damage after. Okay, so here I'm gonna do some DPS rotation. I'm just gonna reset SCADA there, so we can see what I'm doing. Pre-pull. Not too sure whether it's best to do a pyroblast or a fireball. In this case, I'm just gonna pre-pot. You see, I got the generic ones from WAD, so I'm just gonna pre-pot and time warp. Fireball, fireball. Okay, stop. Nah. Now I've got it. Okay, there. Rune of Power, Combustion, Pyroblast, Fireblast, Pyroblast, Flame on, blah blah blah. I tend to clip the instant cast pyros on the back of fireball casts just because I can get double the, I can't like that just happens there again. And so this is pretty much how I play. I am playing at over 200 ms ping. That's normal for me because I live like 10,000 kilometers away from the servers. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately, even with the best internet. And so I'm just going through the motions here like I normally would, nothing special for the video. Now, I know that combustion has a 30 seconds on cooldown, so I'm not going to be using flame on, but it's like situations like that where I get like heating up. Do I stop the fireball cast and then do Phoenix Flames and then go again like I've just done now, or what? So I can see here that combustion and fire blast is going to line up. So there I've got this worked out very nicely actually. And now we just go through. And yeah, this is how I normally would play. If there were a bunch of mobs in front of me, I'd be using Dragon's Breath far more actively, which is also why it's on my Tell Me When. In case you didn't know, the Tell Me When's that, the add-on next to my unit frames. There you see, I lost it again. And so, yeah, this is pretty much what I do. I don't know if I'm like, am I doing anything wrong? Is there something I could be doing better? I just don't know. Hopefully, like if I keep this up, I'm gonna keep it up till about 80 million damage, or a little more, a little less than halfway there. So just gonna keep it up. So combustion is now 45-second cooldown, so I'm not going to be using flame on until then, because the crits of everything else is just going to, thanks to kindling, it's just going to help out, shorten the cooldown. So I know I'm stopping a lot of casts. I don't usually do that, but I don't know if I'm trying something different here with the stopping the casts for like Phoenix Flames proc. Not going to use the Fire Blast. Okay, there we go, and that worked out a bit of a treat. Not as good as it could have been, but if I'd waited a few seconds, yeah. In a proper raid, I probably would have waited a few seconds so I had the 2 charges of Fire Blast. So, yeah. So a little more than halfway now to 80 million damage, and this is pretty much how it goes. Now, if you factor in like oodles of movement and blinking around and adds, I'll probably do a little bit more, but what I think the major problem is that I'm not seeing a lot of drops in pretty much anything I do really. Mythic dungeons, I see a lot of drops in heroic dungeons, but like that's a 25 item level, and who gives a crap about that? So yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of drops in anything, so I can't really change gear out. A lot of gear that I have in surplus is for like arcane. It's got high levels of haste, lower levels of crit, and high levels of mastery, lower levels of crit, or like there's a mix of mastery and haste on the gear. You see there, I wasn't paying attention. I could have done a combustion phase. Let's see if that crits. No, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna use Fire Blast. Just fishing for crits now. I don't like doing that. I feel it's kind of like when you feel like you should do something, otherwise you're gonna miss the chance to do it. But in this case, it sort of paid off because I was able to get everything out. I just unloaded a huge load of DPS onto the target. What I was doing beforehand, which I'm not doing now, is I was saving Phoenix Flames charges for Rune of Power, and so then I'd have like 2 or 3 charges of Phoenix Flames, and I would be pop down Rune of Power and start throwing out Phoenix Flames on crits. Like I'd get heating up, and then Phoenix Flame, Rune of Power, Phoenix Flames, Pyro, Phoenix Flames, Pyro. If of course the Pyro that I just spewed out critted. So now I'm just gonna do that now though. Like there, crit, and there it didn't crit. So nothing terribly exciting, but this is a video just to sort of demonstrate how I play. If necessary, I'll make a video and upload it for like just like an LFR type deal. There's nothing really fancy about LFR or anything, but like maybe I should just make a video for the heroic raids that I'm doing. I'm doing heroics at 846 item level and doing reasonably well for my item level, I believe, but like I don't know if there's anything else I can be improving. Like I'd rather be doing the highest DPS possible for my item level than like not, because I am the lowest geared member of my raid team. So, and there we are, 83,205k DPS at 846 item level with these stats here. I don't think that's terrible. I am interested to know if I can get it a bit higher, what I can do to get it a bit higher, if there's any flaws noted in my rotations. And I use the term lightly is because it's a priority system really. Um, yeah, as I said, 14k gold, so my options in buying enchantments and stuff are limited. I do not have any professions, so I'm busy trying to figure out whether I should go for enchanting and inscription, or enchanting or inscription as my main professions. So yeah, give me some feedback and let me know, will you please? Thanks.